Hey guys, it's Courtney, and I'm back with another video. So yeah, getting ready, and I just decided that I was watching some YouTube-y, decided I'd get on here and run my mouth about some more shit. As you can see, I'm still in my nightie, so, like, it's pretty early. Had to get up and start getting ready immediately because we have so much stuff to do today. It's not even funny. When Patience's grandma, like, refused to give us her birth certificate and stuff, we're like, oh, she's just trying to make stuff harder, but it ain't gonna make anything harder. Bullshit, yes it did. So much stressful shit going on right now. We had to wait for her birth certificate to be able to sign her up into school, and we were waiting for like 2 weeks. Like, we just now got it. So now they start school next week. So now we're rushing around, and come to find out, Autumn still needs a shot. So we have to go take her today to get her the rest of her immunization so we can sign her up for school. So it's just, she needed to get out of there up there. So I'm not saying that. What? Are you serious right now? Here in a minute I will. Okay, well, in a minute. He's starving. So yeah, just so much bullshit on our plate right now. Not bullshit, but stuff on our plate. And, like, that's not even the half of it. And that's not even a quarter of it, Getting a new kid, you have to... Because before, she was here for 2 days a week, and she spent the whole time in the living room with us because she only got to see us 2 days a week. So now, she's living here. She wants to spend some time in her bedroom, so we're trying to get all new stuff for her bedroom. We're trying to paint the walls and, buy new bed stuff. And now we're having to buy her a whole new wardrobe for school, and we're having to buy Autumn a whole new wardrobe for school. And just upon everything else we already got going on, it's just really stressful. But you guys don't want to hear about that. So I've been watching, like I said, the YouTube here lately, and I'm just so confused at what the hell we got going on these days. So confused at who the fuck people think they are. We got people that, think that the worst shit in the world is okay to do. We got people that think that whatever they say is gospel just because they said it. We got people that get burnt at the stake for saying the same thing that another person said, and everybody cheered them on for saying it. It's just a really backwards place that we're living in right now. I made a video yesterday saying how, calling CPS and that kind of stuff is wrong, and that we shouldn't waste government time and energy and that kind of stuff. And I wasn't even talking about anybody in particular. I think that there are people that think I was talking about one person in particular. But if you watch the first half of that video, it's pretty clear that I'm talking about so many situations that have been going on here recently. There's not just one, and that's the terrible part. There are multiple situations of people wowing out. Everybody's arguing over dumb stuff. Everybody's turning on each other. And that's another thing. Like, it's so crazy to me how in less than 1 month somebody can go, and I'm not shading anybody because this has happened so many times. It's happened to me. Within a month, somebody can go from, I love you, I'll never turn my back on you, I agree with everything you say, which people don't always have to agree with me for me to be friends with them, obviously. Look at everybody I'm friends with. I don't agree with half the shit they do. But, I'll always have your back. You're my favorite person. I love you to death. You're my friend. Within a month, they are turning on you, and everything that you ever said in private, now you have to worry about being exposed. And I'm not saying that, and like I said, this is not about a certain person, because I've seen it happen over and over and over again in this community. So I'm not shaming anybody, because there are certain times where you do have to prove yourself. There are certain times when you have to be like, look, I didn't do what I'm being accused of, or whatever. So I'm not talking about every situation where it's ever happened, but it's just crazy the amount of times now that I have seen people turn on each other over nothing. When I don't agree with somebody on something, usually it's never anything like friendship breaking, and if it is, I don't then go and pull out all of our DMs. I have never showed a DM ever between me and anybody else. I never will. Unless they say show it. You know what I mean? If they say, well, show it. Or if it's something innocent and they don't mind. Or something like that. There are different... It's like I always say, there's a sliding scale for everything. On not that bad to, oh my god, why would you do that? There's a sliding scale. And, to me, showing private things, especially things that don't really even matter, like somebody praising you, like, why would you show that? And, like, it's just crazy how fast things can change and how fast somebody can, like, support you, and then the next day they're, like, your enemy. That's so crazy to me, because when I don't like somebody anymore, I literally back away as slowly and as quietly as I can, because I don't want to cause a stir. Until they then go and cause the stir themselves, then I'll have something to say about it, of course, because I did it, with, I don't like saying names, but a certain person that everybody's having issues with right now, and everybody's telling to get the hell out of here right now. Whenever I no longer could agree with what they were doing, and because they played the racism card all the time, and then they went and befriended the biggest racist around here, that kind of put me off, and I was like, I don't really know that I like what you stand for now. And instead of, being a bitch and, like, going and talking shit about her and everything else, I literally said, I understand why you guys are upset with this person, but I'm not going to talk bad about them. Literally said that. And then all I said after that was that I just didn't agree with their choices, and I couldn't support it. I didn't say anything bad about them, but then they proceeded to throw me right under the bus tire. So of course I said something after that, because I was like, you know what, I really, really tried to make this, like, silent, and, like, so nobody would even notice that I hadn't been around. But of course a few people did ask me where I'd been, but I didn't even say anything to them. I just said, oh, well, I just haven't been on YouTube much, and, like, made up shit, You don't have to. If you don't support somebody anymore, you do not have to go and then throw out everything that they ever told you. I've never done that to anybody. And even the people that I should do that to, because believe me, there's a couple that I should just expose the fuck out of, that did some really nasty shit to me, and I didn't do anything to deserve it. I mean, I've never been perfect. I've never been perfect at anything I've ever done. But I damn sure didn't deserve, to be treated like shit by somebody that all I ever did was try to be a good friend. And it's happened to me more than once. Tried nothing but to be a good friend, and, what did I get for that? Nothing good. So it's just craziness to me how easily we expose each other these days, and how easily we turn on each other. The people that I consider my friends, I could never just flip-flop on them, like, for no reason. If I really don't agree with something that they say, I'll tell them about it. If it's something that's not that big of a deal, I just won't say anything at all. But if it's something that, like, really, like, bothers me, I'll speak to them about it, and if they continue to do it, I'll just back away slowly without saying anything at all. I don't have to agree with everything that anybody says for them to be my friend. And honestly, it really bothers me how some people around here try to tell people how they should feel, who they should like, who they should talk to, how they should think about the person, and if you don't agree with them, you're all of a sudden a bad person, and you're wrong, and you're this, and you're that for your opinion. Everybody can have an opinion, and just because my opinion doesn't match yours doesn't make my opinion wrong. Doesn't make your opinion right. You can't tell somebody how to feel, and you can't tell somebody who to like, and you can't tell somebody that they are wrong about their opinion. And if somebody does try to tell you how to think or how to feel or who to like or where to go or this and that, they are not a friend. If they try to tell you to choose between them or a person that they don't like that you talk to, I was talking about this with somebody earlier. If somebody tries to make me choose, and this has happened before to me, somebody tries to make me choose, well, either you stop being friends with them or I don't want to be friends anymore, bitch. I'm going to make a choice, and it's probably not going to be one that you like if you're trying to make me choose. My friend earlier that I was talking to them about it said they would reply and be like, well, I'm going to miss you. I wish I would have thought of that comeback at the time. I'm pretty good with comebacks usually, but that one was pretty good. You can't boss people around and then expect them to still like you. You can't, and I love, like, how people around here have this, like, image that they try to uphold. People have, some people, a lot of you guys that I've met are wonderful people through and through, but some people around here I've noticed have, like, a mask that they put on. And I've noticed lately the mask's slipping and them showing their real self for just a second at a time and then pulling it back in and being like, oh, well, you know, I didn't, you know, ooh, hands up. You know what I mean? Maybe you don't know what I mean. Maybe I'm just talking shit right now. I probably am. That's what I always do. I talk shit. I don't care. I'm still in my nightgown, by the way, guys. But yeah, I just don't understand these people, where they get off thinking that it's their place to tell anybody what they can or can't do. Especially when, like, they're not anybody, not saying that somebody that is popular should be able to tell you more than anybody else, but especially when they're not, like, somebody that anybody would listen to more than anybody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, not saying, hold on, y'all, I can't, I'll be right back. I'm looking for something to put a little bit of water. I'm not saying that anybody should boss anybody around, but let's face it, certain people in this community get away with bossing their followers around. But other people, you ain't gonna get away with that like the bigger people will. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, okay, just because you said something. That's not how it works. Just because you said it doesn't make it gospel. Just because you said it doesn't make it what it is. I have somebody very close to me with that problem. My husband's really bad about it. If he thinks it, that makes it true. Because he thought it. And it's like, that's not how shit works, guys. Like, just because you don't like somebody, or you have an opinion on somebody, does not make that opinion gospel. Doesn't make that opinion the right opinion. Not saying that, you know, I like the person either. Not saying that, you know, anybody should dislike it. I'm just saying that other people are going to have different opinions, and that's just how the world works. Whether you like it or not, you better get used to it, because nobody's going to agree with you all the time. And if you can't be friends with somebody because you have a small disagreement about whether you like a certain person or not, then you're going to have a lot of failed friendships. Just saying. I don't know. I just find it very crazy when people, like, not get on their high horse, but, like, just, like, who the fuck are they? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck am I to tell anybody what to do? I'm so baffled at, like, how people feel so entitled to tell anybody what to do but themselves. You know, it's like they tell you in freaking elementary school, don't worry about what Billy's doing, only worry about yourself. And it's so true, because, like, we're fucking adults and we're still worried about what Billy's doing. I mean, I know I sure as hell am not, as long as Billy ain't doing nothing to hurt me, or you know what I mean? Um, and there are bad people around here that I don't think deserve a platform. Yeah, I said it. I don't like certain people. And I'm pretty sure everybody's pretty well aware of who I like and who I don't like. But you know what? Just because I don't like that person doesn't mean that I have to dislike everybody that follows them. Like, I'll say it now. I don't really care for Katie, MFW. Everybody knows that. I don't hate the woman, but I just don't really, there's a lot of things with her that I don't agree with what she does. Like I said, I don't hate her. I don't hate anybody around here. I don't like how they act, and I don't like the things they do, but I'm sure in their real life, they're not nearly as bad as what they portray themselves on the internet. I think that with a lot of people, that they're probably not like this in real life. But that doesn't mean that I'm not allowed to like people that like her. I like a lot of people that I see in her chat. I don't know if these people still go in. Last time I checked, they did, but I like Ash. I like Captain. I like Amber. I like Kit Kat. She has a mouth on her, but she everybody does around here. I like a lot of the people that go in her chat. Now, do I agree that with some of the things they agree with her about her? No. But just because they, once again, and it goes for those people too. So I can't hold them accountable for something that I do too. I'm not saying anybody's innocent here either. But what I am saying is like, okay, a lot of people do this with that Tammy lady. They say, just because I'm in her chat doesn't mean I agree with what she's doing. Or doesn't mean that I'm supporting what she's doing. Okay? And I've said that about people. Just because I'm in somebody's chat does not mean that I support that person. Some chats I go into just because I like the people that go into that chat. So I like to go in the chat and talk to the people that are in the chat. I'm not there for the person that's holding the chat or holding the stream. You know what I mean? So just because somebody goes into a certain stream doesn't mean that they support everything that's going on. Now, while I say that usually when I don't like what I'm hearing somebody saying on a stream, if I completely disagree with what they're saying, I leave usually. I won't stay in that chat because I don't really want my name associated with what's being said at that time. You know what I mean? If I really disagree with it and I think it's something gross, I'll just leave because I don't want anybody to get it twisted that I was agreeing with the person just because I was in there. Because I know how people think. But I also know how I feel about the situation. If somebody sees me in a chat and they say, oh, you were in this chat with so-and-so while they're talking about this, my first reaction is going to be like, dude, just because I'm in there doesn't mean that I'm saying what they're doing is okay. So I can't say that about myself and then say everybody else is like that, though. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say, that rule goes for me, but when it comes to people that I don't necessarily like the chat that they're in, now I can use, well, you're in their chat, so you must agree with what they're saying. Unless they're sitting there saying, yeah, go, I agree, do it, I agree. You know what I'm saying. I can't even think of what to say right now. And I might get some dislikes for this, and I understand. You guys aren't always going to agree with what I say.